Yeah, this looks pretty big. Addressing your early access post-launch feedback. Hi everyone, the launch weekend has been a blast. We've really enjoyed seeing all of you get your hands in the game and finally try out the project we have been working on for so long. Now the launch week is over, it's time for us to look at the feedback and make some changes. There are lots of things coming. Listen to this post are some of the things we felt we needed to be more urgently addressed. Some of these changes have been deployed without a realm restart. Others will be deployed later this week. Hopefully, there's a fix for my PC freezing every 30 minutes. Dodge roll changes. A lot of players have expressed frustration about being trapped by monsters while it's intended that monsters are able to trap and kill you. Felt the frequency of this was a little too high. Pulling the following changes in a patch tomorrow. Player size is now set to 0 units while dodge rolling instead of 1 unit. Okay, so does that mean you can effectively go through them? The smaller monsters can now be pushed while dodge rolling. Okay, so like tiny monsters you can push out of the way. This includes monsters such as the adorned beetles and Keth. This should result in getting trapped less often. That's pretty good. I know a lot of people complained about that. Oh, note that you can still be trapped. A player size of 0 can still not phase through monsters, but it can get through even the smallest gap between them. Okay. Checkpoint changes. A lot of players have been reporting it can be tedious to need to retread areas of maps in order to get back to objectives that they already found. Playing the following change in a patch later this week. Clicking on a checkpoint will allow you to teleport to other checkpoints in the area that are explored on your minimap. Checkpoints have been added to... Oh, that's sick. Dude, that's a good... I said that in my video. Checkpoints have been added. I think that'll make it feel a lot better. Checkpoints have been added to all entrances and exits of zones to allow for teleportation. Checkpoint has been added to the midpoint of the first Dreadnought area. Huge. We will be making further adjustments to checkpoint positions as we continue to gather feedback. Item changes. One of the major problems that players have been experiencing is that the game is not rewarding enough. This is an area that we have to be very careful when adjusting because it's very hard to reduce drops if we increase them by too much. We have identified a few key areas that we believe will significantly improve the experience players are having. Rare monster changes. We felt that rare monsters were not rewarding enough. This didn't affect the campaign as much because there are more unique bosses, increasing the overall amount of drops, but it's especially noticeable when playing in the endgame where unique monsters are less common. In particular, the reward that you're getting for the increased difficulty of rares wasn't lining up. We have deployed the following changes. Rarity bonus per rare mod has been doubled. Oh. Dude, I'm gonna be swimming in loot now. 10% quantity bonus per rare mod. Increase the chance of rare monsters inherently having more modifiers as you progress through endgame. You're gonna get obliterated by rare monsters now if they have more. Okay, that seems good. It sounds like I'm gonna get a ton of loot now. These changes will cause rare monster rewards to naturally scale up as you get to higher levels because the number of mods a monster can have increases throughout the campaign and into endgame. In addition, many other forms of map using will indirectly cause rare monsters to have more mods as well, increasing the rewards of some of these other mechanics too. Also note the change below to make sure each match has a minimum number of rares, which will also increase the average number of rare monsters, thus increasing drops further. A ton? I mean, I already leave most decent maps with like a full inventory of rares. Like, I think most people are like just hitting maps, have no atlas points, have not used tablets, have not used rare maps, and they wonder why they don't have anything. When I do like decent maps, like rare, and maps with the mechanics, I get like a full inventory of rares. Currency changes. We felt that players were not getting enough of certain currency either in the early game or to sustain adding mods to maps. We've deployed the following changes. Regal Orb drop rates increase around 40. Okay, Regal Orb drop rate is way too low. Disenchanting of 6 mod rares to give 2 Regal shards instead of 1. Lesser Jewelers drop rates increase around 33%. I feel like those dropped common enough. I have a ton of those. I have like 30 of those. Reduce the drop rate of chaos orbs slightly as they're less valued and so that it doesn't consume so much of the rare currency drop pool. Causes currency such as exalted orbs to increase somewhat. Gem cutters prism drop rates increased by 500. Okay, I've found one gem cutter. That's good. The drop rate was really low. Oh, GCPs now increase quality on gems by 5% instead of 1%. That is a huge buff. GCPs just went from being like super rare to probably not that rare anymore. Because of how much quality they give. That's crazy. Like a 25 times buff. Map mod changes. Like with rares, we felt that did no bauble changes. I've only found one bauble too. Map mod changes. Like with rares, we felt that players were not being rewarded enough for the difficulty that was being added by map mods. We've significantly increased the value of all prefix map mods. We've changed all map prefix mods. Rarity mods have been changed by 2.5 times or increased. Quantity mods have had extra rarity added to them. Remove the bottom tier of some mods. You're much more likely to roll mods that affect drops or pack size rather than the less useful mods. In addition, it has been identified that some areas are not being affected by increased number of monster pack mod as they should be. We'll be fixing these maps to work correctly in a later patch. I think some of it's live-ish now, or being pushed, and some is going at the end of the week. Or throughout the week. Unlucky drop protection. One of the major issues we have identified are outlier unlucky drops. No, that's fine. Single unique boss dropping badly, especially early on, can significantly affect your character. We have deployed the following changes. No more than 50% of unique monsters drops can be gold. Act bosses and map bosses will always drop at least one rare. Oh, I gotta make this trade. Hold on. The first of these changes is more significant than it appears because players can't see the difference between normal and rare gold piles. You will get more equipment and currency items which can take more advantage of the rarity increases that unique monsters provide. The average softcore experience, you have to wait 5 minutes for every person to load into your hideout. Click to move. There's an issue where the move only command was name locking. This would often result in your character confusedly attacking in an unexpected direction while holding down this action. Is that what people were talking about aim assist feeling weird or something? Move only no longer name locks. Endgame maps. A concern for player in endgame maps is accidentally missing rare monsters. In addition, many maps do not have the number of rare monsters that they should have had. Accidentally missing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Rare monsters now appear on the minimap when there are 200 monsters remaining instead of 50. Okay, that is actually huge. That is gigantic. Many maps have had additional rare monsters added to them to make sure that there are a minimum number in every map type. Very good. Over the week, we'll continue to work on map layouts and monster density in maps. For a full list of what's just been deployed. Campaign bosses killed after the first kill now drop less currency items, replacing them with other items. Oh. Campaign farming? Nerfed. Increase the drop rate of Regal. GCPs. Wait, lowered the drop rate of Artificer's orbs. I feel like they're pretty low already. It looks like most of the stuff is said. Oh, fix the bug where you're not unable to interact with map device. There we go, that's huge. Wait, fix the bug that caused the instance to permanently stop time and trying to revive a chronomancer. I hope these crashes are is one of my freeze crashes. They haven't fixed the ascendancy trials not giving you points? That is so crazy.
You got mail.